I just texted me. I don't know, bro. I guess I explained the straight. Hello?
Yeah, Mike.
Yo, 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 yo.
I showed you how to kick people on there.
How to kick people out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
There
um,
you go.
if now bring up Scrat again, kick him out.
The strat?
Yeah, kick him out. If he bring it up again, just kick him. Don't ask no question.
All right. I'm saying we need y'all day trading strategy then.
We gonna do a 2-2-2 kick.
Oh shit.
Man, hey, before we get started, bro, happy Father's Day, bro, to all y'all, man. I know y'all sacrifice a lot for y'all kids, bro.
Fuck them
Just
kids.
want to extend that to y'all, man. From
I'm
Father's
putting
Day.
that on. I'm putting that on you.
Sir.
Same to y'all. Happy
Happy
Father's
Father's Day to y'all, man. Likewise, everybody.
Now I'm about to
Day. Oh,
kick.
you, you cut the hair, huh?
That one is here now.
Oh,
Yeah, bro. I got it up out of there, bro.
Turn your camera on, son. So I can rib you.
Nah, not right now.
You ready, Mike?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah. Got y'all real quick, man. We we live? We live? Y'all see my chart?
yep.
All right. So this Tesla, man. This Tesla monthly chart. Um, so basically from just from an overall just from an overall market standpoint, we had some news last week about war um overseas, and then we have um the fact that we kind of like trading uh, at almost close to all-time highs. So the market been kind of fickle. But I would say this, from a high time frame standpoint, like the monthly, I still believe that the market is bullish. Um, from a lower time frame perspective, like weekly, daily, I think we could retrace a little bit going into the week and then continue higher. But so just from a monthly perspective, we in the middle of the month. We have quiet with you next week. The contracts roll over next week. Most contracts, well, pretty much all contracts gonna roll over next week. So you could probably expect a pullback during that time, but overall, I still believe that we kind of bullish, man. So even with this, even on Tesla right now, we trade inside of this gap, this monthly gap right here. Let me draw it out right quick. Trade inside this monthly gap. We haven't filled it yet, have we? No, we haven't filled it. So I'm expecting us to kind of like play around in this gap a little bit, and before we continue higher, I don't see us trading um below to take out these lows just yet. I think we found support here. If you look left, we got support moving higher. Even this gap right here, we're still kind of respecting that too. So I'm expecting Tesla to find support in this area and then continue higher. Um, even after even after next week when we but this week coming up when we roll over the contracts. So I'm expecting Tesla to stay in this range, not take out these lows. Now, if Tesla does decide to take out these lows, then you could expect lower prices from Tesla, 140s and things of that nature. But I don't see that happening. I still believe the market is bullish. We're just gonna catch a little consolidation or a little sell-off going into the week before we trade high. Let me go to the weekly right quick. I remember last week we talked about 306, getting that closure above 306. We definitely got that closure from a daily perspective. And I'll go to the daily after we talk about the weekly. But 306 was the entry. I believe. I don't think we got it. I don't think Tesla came back to 306, but I know we had a closure, daily closures above it. I gotta double check the daily to make sure. But from a daily perspective, we're still kind of bullish, man. We sold off, traded back into this area. We got printed this reversal candle. Printed this reversal candle here. Well, no follow through, right? You got your reversal, you got this candle, but then the very next candle trades higher. So when you have a reversal with no follow through, you can kind of like know that, okay, even with no follow through, this is supposed to be a bearish follow through. Okay, we bullish. All right, so you could probably expect some consolidation inside of this area before the next leg higher to take out the all-time high, which is 488. So I don't remember exactly what the contract was last week about the 306s. I don't know what the calls were to buy. Well, I don't know if it was 400. I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe somebody can remind me what the strike price was with Tesla. But
400? No, it was like 370, huh?
okay,
70 was the total.
370
400 was the
total.
contract.
all right,
400.
And I think we brought up 450s too, because they were cheap. They were like
okay,
cent or
all
so.
right, cool. So I think all of those contracts are pretty much still in play, right? So let me go down to the daily. So yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is all right. This was Monday. Opened up, traded higher, traded into this volume imbalance from a daily perspective. Traded into this volume imbalance. Kind of like using this volume imbalance as resistance right now. But I still believe that the overall sentiment is higher. So we could play ping pong in this area, especially going into the week. Because remember, we got quiet witching this week. So when the contracts roll over, especially from a future standpoint, the people that are in positions or have been in positions for a long time, during their contract, they had to sell their position and re-enter another position. So when you sell your position, naturally, the market kind of sells off. So even if Tesla was to sell off a little bit, we still got to respect 306. So from 325 to 306, we go kind of like play ping pong in that area. Now, if it trades below 306, and uses 306 as resistance, then we trade in the opposite direction. But all in all, I still believe the sentiment of the market is bullish. And I'm gonna just stand on that until the market shows me otherwise. All right. But we should get a retest of 306 this week. If we do, buy you some calls, buy you, the 400s or the 350s or 375, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever your price range is, the time frame that you feel like you may need, buy it, especially if 306 is showing you strength. It's showing you that, hey, look, we keep bouncing off 306. All right, cool. When we hit 306, I'm gonna buy some 400s and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're looking for going into the week for Tesla. I am expecting us to pull back a little bit though. I'm just expecting that just because they're quiet within this week, and then we got all that other outside noise and news that kind of affects the market here and there. So just be mindful of what's going on from a news standpoint. All right. What's the other one? I'm gonna go to SPY right quick.
It is. Nvidia, SPY, and Palantir.
and until taking off.
Take a, he got Netflix.
So this is this bi-monthly right here. So this is Dragonfly Doji, a 262 reversal. So
What the hell, auntie?
what the hell?
You calling plays?
I know what he talking about. You said 262. I see it.
What?
But nah, bro.
Kick
So
them out. Kick them
Hey,
out.
hey, man.
262. Yeah.
So look.
Boy, y'all
So look.
acting mighty different on Thursday, huh?
Belly ISO 262.
Somebody full of them Heinekens already, huh?
Oh man. So check it out, fellas. This all right. My bad. So look, so this is why I'm gonna continue to say that the market is still bullish because we got this reversal here. Then we had this monthly gap. We closed above it. You know, that's bullish order flow, right? So even if we consolidate a little longer and play it inside of a range, I'm still trading upside price action, right? So I'm just like I said, even about Tesla, I'm expecting a pullback this week. You know, we can probably on SPY, we could probably see a pullback to this area, this volume imbalance or this gap up. We could see a pullback to here, or we could see a pullback to 587 because this would be considered an order block, even though we already used it with this candle. So I'm looking for a pullback to at least either if this red down close candle don't support us again, then the low of that candle should be like 575 inside of this area between 575 and 568. That's what we should kind of like find support in reverse. But that's if the market decides to trade back. You know, the market just could open up tonight and just run. You know what I'm saying? So, but just from this with the information that I have in front of me right now, I believe that we could see a pullback before the next leg higher. Go down to the daily. Yeah, we can see a pullback. Definitely can see a pullback. What you think about that, Win?
On the daily or the weekly?
Just in general. I think that we could get a pullback for the week, being that we got quiet witching and just all the other outside noise that's affecting the market as well. I've just
I'm trying to move your cursor, bro, but I can't.
even from a weekly perspective, just the
Don't
week,
move him, man.
I could see us coming back to find support here in this area.
Clean that up.
Yeah, and then going to the next leg high, you're taking out your all-time highs, creating a new high, moving forward.
I agree. I concur.
So Tesla SPY.
We still close.
Oh no. Tesla SPY. What's the other one?
NVIDIA.
Into the V to the mother.
All right, got y'all.
Triple Qs.
This dude, yeah, bro. I don't know.
All right. Let me go to the high time frame right quick. Monthly. Oh yeah. Okay. This is bullish. This is the video is extremely bullish. All right, so just like with everything else, man, I'm kind of still expecting a pullback going into the week. And then for the continuation higher, by being that this is a monthly chart, we got what, two more weeks left to trade in June. So it's highly likely that we're gonna leave a gap here.
Oh, Mike.
Yes, sir.
What you said 593 on SPY?
593. Go back to it.
You said the come down to about 575 at low.
575.
568 to 575.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
lower this down close candle, 575, that should be where we kind of like start finding support in between this volume imbalance, right?
Yeah.
If the pullback, if we do decide to pull back, because if you look left, it's a bearish volume imbalance here. We used it to trade lower. So now we should use that same volume imbalance to trade higher, because now the market has rebalanced to the upside. So now this should be support.
Yeah. Okay. We on something.
Yeah. Let me draw it out. Because you see, even from here. So boom, used it to sell off. Now we reverse, we closed the back up, we closed above it. So now, you use it as support once. So now we come clean this up. The bottom of this should be support. 568 should be support. That's if we sell off $30. We might not sell off $30.
Mm-mm.
We might just consolidate in this area. Now, even if we do consolidate in this area, keep in the back of your mind that the market is bullish, right? So when we break out of the consolidation, it's gonna be to the upside.
609. Huh?
To the upside.
Hey,
All
we
right.
also, I know you're mentioning news. They also supposed to give guidance on uh the rate cuts, and if they don't and then when. That could also be bullish fuel for the market.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know about that. I didn't hear about that. That's good information, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, so this should be your area of interest. It looks the same on the triple Qs as well, but this is what you got, right? So if you just reading your Qs, you know what I'm saying? This is the weekly. All right, so you got this weekly gap right here. Candle 1, candle 3, we traded into it, we filled it, sold off, traded back up to it, gapped up above it, gapped up above the volume imbalance, creating a bullish volume imbalance. We inverted this bearish gap with this candle, using it as support now. So if we do pull back, this should be your last line of defense right here. Now, if we pull back and trade straight through this, then we're in trouble. But
Yeah.
this should be support, man. This is where, this is your support system right here. And even though we might not get these numbers, man, we might just play ping pong inside of the range and then break out to the upside, right? So even if we do, like I was saying, even if we do consolidate, just kind of keep an idea in your mind that the market is bullish until it shows you that it's not. Then when it shows you that it's not, then you start looking for trades in the opposite direction. Make sense? NVIDIA, go back to NVIDIA. Same rules apply for NVIDIA too, man. It's this NVIDIA is weekly. Yeah. Go back to the monthly first, real quick. So this is the price target for NVIDIA. What's this? 153? Yeah, 153. This is the all-time high. That's what NVIDIA is gunning towards. I'm more than sure NVIDIA gonna set a new all-time high. We probably gonna leave a monthly gap here. So once we set a new all-time high, you probably expect NVIDIA to trade back into this gap, find support here at 124. You buy when NVIDIA hit 124, you buy you some calls for a year out, whatever the case is, and you sit back like a fat rat. Because I don't think NVIDIA trying to turn around no time soon.
Look at you took out the high, right? You went to you going to weekly now.
Yeah, I'm about to go to the weekly, yeah. So from a weekly perspective, we took out this swing high, right? Took out this high and this high. This is kind of like a reversal candle. So I mean, Nvidia could give you 124 before the next leg high, but I don't see that. I don't see Nvidia pulling back that much. I believe that Nvidia probably will do the same thing as we talked about on SPY and on
Oh,
Tesla,
Mike.
kind of consolidate and then move. What you got, bro?
Hold on. Something ain't right. You hear me?
What you got?
My chart look different from yours.
Your chart look different from mine. This the weekly.
And yours look different.
I got mine straight from the Nasdaq, bro.
Hold on.
You got
Sleep.
this ain't no China. This ain't Chinatown. Man.
Hold on.
See that gap you got right there, and seeing that they got a volume imbalance right there. As long as we just trading higher, we ignore that gap in volume imbalance. Like it's irrelevant.
Until they show you that it's trying to trade back to it.
Okay.
So this is what I'm looking at as well. So you got this price laid from here.
What you got on yours?
You got this price laid from this high to this low, right? So in this
Somebody get
price,
us another
so in
Nvidia
this
chart.
so in this price lay, you got this gap. See what I'm saying? Akeem, you see
Yeah,
this
I'm
gap?
looking.
All right, boom. So now we trade above that, we inverted this gap, right?
Right.
So you
So
see
now
how
that gap's irrelevant because we inverted it.
but it's also being used as support, right? Let me draw it
Okay.
out. So let me draw it out. Now we did close back inside of it, but we immediately closed back above it,
Oh,
use it
above.
as
Okay,
support.
I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? So
So that's where y'all getting to like 130 as an entry if it go.
yeah, so if Nvidia decides to come back and test this, it could dig deeper into this 130, 129. But if Nvidia, the best entry, I'm not gonna hold you. Like the top of the line entry would be somewhere in this area,
By the volume imbalance.
the volume imbalance. You know what I'm saying? But you
How
don't
y'all
want
got that?
at this point, you don't want Nvidia to trade back down here now. You want Nvidia to kind of consolidate up here and then go for the next leg higher.
Right.
You don't
Because
want
now we uncertain if it come all the way back to this volume imbalance.
exactly because it's gonna be hard for it to get back up there. So and there's probably gonna be some news or some other event that made it sell off, and then it's just gonna be a like a low probability condition for you to be like, all right, I'm gonna buy some calls from here to 150, 160, 170, whatever the number is, right? Because you want this inversion right here, you want it to continue as support. So even if we trade down in it, you want it to continue to dig into it and close above it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want continuous daily closures down here.
Right.
You want wicks. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what
What's
you
your
talking about?
buy, Mike?
What you talking about, man? Huh?
What you saying was a good buy area for Nvidia? I'm sorry.
124.
Like in this area, the inversion, this gap that's supporting us right now. So
Uh,
anywhere in this between 133 and like 120, 128 in this area,
okay.
you know?
All right. When I had zoomed in, I was missing the camera.
Okay. So 128 too, because we got this gap right here. This is a weekly gap. And then if you follow the gap rules, like Winston be talking about, this is gap, this is
You-
1, 2, 3. It did not fill on the third. So if it comes back to test it, it should bounce at
Unless
128.
it takes out the high,
It
it
should
comes
bounce.
back. If it take out the high and come back down, it's probably gonna go through it.
Yeah,
Correct?
right. So yeah, for sure, for sure. But you know, so if we take out these highs first, then come back to this gap, then look for this gap to get traded through. But if we trade back to this gap first, get long from here, take out these highs, and probably set a new all-time high.
Yeah, the level in the gap is like you said, the 123.24 area.
hmm That's
Shit, yeah.
best case scenario. You could bounce here, or it could dig into here and still close above his. It's all in. But I'm saying that we should bounce here at 128 and keep going. But I would so if we start getting, like I said, if we start getting closures below and start trading lower and setting lower lows, then it's going to be a hard time trying to get back above to get back to these all-time highs.
And 142.88 is my fib that I got on there that it keep rejecting.
Okay.
And it actually opened this past week above 142.88
Mm-hmm.
and then sold right back underneath it. It ain't a big red candle on the weekly, but I do note that it opened above that 142 on the field and then closed right back underneath it. So we probably could get that entry that Mike talking about. We sell off, go pick up some more people and try to finally conquer 142 in style.
Y'all, anybody in the video? Ben, you still in the video?
Yeah, I'm still in the 120 for January.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
cooked. I time to
So if it come back down to 128, fellas, y'all buy. I need y'all.
on a pump and dump.
Let's go
It's
get an
gonna happen, bro.
all-time high. I
Hold,
can sell that bitch.
hold the line. Hold the
The
line.
video. What's the other one we looking at, y'all? Palantir?
Palantir is out of here.
All right. Pull that up right quick. Mm.
Going.
This Palantir chart look good on the weekly. I ain't gonna hold you. All right. This the monthly, bro. There's nothing much to really talk about here. Should have
Same
been
thing.
Bro, this is insane, dog. Jesus Christ.
Should have been there. That's all
I
I
knew
got.
that. I knew he was gonna see that. I knew it.
Should have been there, man. That's all, bro. What was the number we called? $24, $22?
Yeah, $25.
Should
It's
have been
somewhere
there.
between $25 and $40.
Anywho, moving right along. We ain't gonna
Do
run
know
up
we
this
got
video.
introduced to Palantir around $17, bro.
Yeah. Is it lunchtime
Mm-mm.
yet? No, it's not yet lunchtime yet. Why, you want some pizza, huh? Boy, I tell you. Hold up, bro. I'm almost done with this. I'm gonna be done in like 30 minutes with this one. All right. I'm gonna close
Hey,
it.
Palantir get hungry. That bitch eating.
So
look.
look. So check it out, fellas. What you about to say, Wayne? Go ahead.
Oh, my fib on this one is 140. It got kicked at 140. Came
Okay.
touched it. Yeah. But I think this bitch probably break it next week.
So this the beautiful part about, so look, this is a teachable moment. So you see how from here to here, Palantir sold off, and then it immediately closed back above the gap that it sold off from.
Mm.
So this is what you call a balanced price range, right? So because now the market is balanced. We sold off, we closed right back above it. Then we use this as support. So we use the inversion as support. So what this is, 108, we use it as support. So this is what the market is doing. So this is what the Palantir is doing, right? So each down close candle is being used as support. It's being used as support, right? So you could call these order blocks, right? So this down close candle, closed above it, very next candle, use it as support. So I'm expecting the same thing to happen. We come back down to 130. It should be a form of support. This might be the pullback that you get on Palantir. If you're confident in Palantir, you can buy, I don't know what the next fib after 140 is, but you can buy some calls on Palantir. But I'm like
159.
70% sure that the market gonna pull back this week. And I'm not saying it's gonna be a big pullback to where, people, you know, start tripping and be like, man, I need to sell everything I got. It's just gonna be a pullback. That's all. Just a retracement back into the range for the next leg high, or a retracement back here into the range to consolidate a little bit, then go. That's what I'm expecting. So if
So
your
you think we
contract,
could get that 120 on Palantir next week if it sell off?
uh, I'm I'm expecting this candle to be support, this weekly candle right here.
Yeah.
I'm just following the market trend. Once you got your closure above your inversion, that was your support, right? So let's break it down a little further. So you got your closure above the gap. It's your inversion. Then you got a gap that we use to invert this, trade it into it, support. So we got support here, right? So now each down close candle has been used as support. Boom, boom. So I'm expecting that trend to continue
All right.
until otherwise. Now, if the market, I'm not gonna try to predict the market and say, with some news might not come out and make the market drop to tonight when it open 1,000 points, whatever but I'm not saying that's not gonna happen. But all I'm saying is, with the information that I have in front of me right now, I'm expecting this down close candle to be support from a weekly perspective, because that's what we've been doing the last few weeks.
What number is that, Mike?
The open of this candle is 131.44.
All right.
So
Then you
uh,
got a daily level at, like, if you go down to the daily, it's kind of sitting to where I got 133 on the daily.
yeah,
So
yeah.
And also keep in mind the negative news with the war and all of that shit could affect Palantir and positively because that is a defense type of stock. So war could make this stock run. Just being devil advocate to the pullback talk here. That news may not affect Palantir like it do the rest of the market.
Okay, all right. That's good information, man. I appreciate it. I mean, for even so much for like the daily perspective, Winston, you said 133. That look good. 133, 132 up in this area. And even we got this volume balance right here. I think the weekly, hold up, let me go back to the weekly because I want to get the right number. Yep, 131. So that's a good area. Even from a daily perspective, if you wanted to get long on Palantir in this area, boom, 131, in between 133, 131, 132. You start seeing those numbers on Palantir. You can buy some calls on Palantir, if that makes sense.
in your next, you got 140, it's
Is that the
130,
120?
it's 139, and then it's 159
Yes, it's on
on
160.
the fibs. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a big trade.
140. Just call it 140s and 160s.
Yeah. Y'all, so we good on Palantir? Y'all got the numbers for Palantir? Anybody want to trade? So we're looking at anywhere between 131 and 133. That's your sweet spot. You start seeing closures beneath that, then take a step back, reassess.
And what would you take calls to?
160,
I think 160. I
160,
feel like we're gonna push through this 140.
160 should be good. Palantir is bullish, man. Overall, the market is still bullish. Um, Palantir, Nvidia. What else? What's the other ones I want to look at?
Oh, Casey for me, bro.
So who that?
Casey.
Casey.
Yeah.
What's that?
CASY. I don't even fucking know now.
CSY?
Yeah. CASY. I don't know what they do. I don't know nothing.
The move has taken place.
Look at that monthly.
I'm about to go to it. Gee, Willikers, Batman. What they do?
I have no idea, dog.
Same thing, no. Down closed candles is support.
Look,
Hey,
Somebody been on Twitter.
no, look. Let me tell you, Mom. Back in the G, when I was doing my thing at Paris Casino and turning all the electricians into traders, my apprentice told me about this style, and that bitch was 170.
mm,
My charges go back to 170 with my lines, you hear me? And he said he went on Yahoo Finance, and it was one of the biggest movers of the day, and that's what made him look at it. So I charted the shit for him, and this bitch came across my timeline again last week with this. What is this? $50 move. I just want to know what y'all think.
that move has already taken place,
I want to
man.
know. I need to go see. I need Ben and Maul to get on this homework assignment. I don't know what these people do. I have no idea.
Casey's General Stores.
Are they over Trader Joe's or some shit?
Something. Whatever the hell is moving. The right way.
Ain't nobody. Yeah, the
Jesus
move
Christ.
definitely happened. But I'm gonna tell you what really got me drove. It hit all the fibs, reacted to all like perfectly. The next one is at like 536.
Man, Casey's is they got their own store.
Where?
They make pizza, sandwiches out and stuff like that. It's
In
not that
Wyoming?
in Kansas, Alabama, Tennessee, um,
That's crazy.
Never heard.
Iowa, Illinois,
Do they
Georgia,
own Bucky's? That'll make sense.
Missouri, Kansas City. No, 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 no. That's two different entities. That's that's two different. I'm just this is a quick Google, man. You know, it's worth the Google.
Googleable. All right.
It's worth the Google.
So when me and Maul bring up our Twitter stock does not work to Google, you saying?
Bring up one and show me if it did with Casey. I'll
Okay.
wait. Go ahead.
Going back,
No, you got the flow now. Go ahead.
I'm going back on mute.
Damn, bro.
and,
This
and
this thing going straight up. And this the monthly chart.
they go to Netflix Monday. Straight up.
Oh, Netflix.
Oh, gee.
Hey, man. Yeah. I take my blood pressure medicine this morning.
That bitch give us that 709. We famous.
709.
Yeah.
Ooh, Netflix ain't gonna give you that.
No?
No, I don't think
It's
so.
gonna give us the rack though, right?
It should give us 998,
You'll get the thigh wow. I'll do that.
983.
I'll do that. Yeah,
So,
Netflix.
so, so, but I'm gonna say this. When Netflix have earnings soon, or they had
Next
earnings,
month. It's next month. We talked about this, but
that's gonna be your trigger. Like if the earnings don't send it, then it ain't gonna happen. It just ain't gonna happen.
let's go.
Netflix strong as hell.
Let's go.
That's beautiful, dog.
We got a cake bake for them though.
Man, look what Netflix did though, bro. Just from a technical standpoint. Akeem, this ain't the strap, but
You sure?
this ain't the strap. But I'm gonna just so
Yeah,
look.
tell us what you hold on, Mike.
Oh,
You and now tell us what y'all see strat wise on here.
I'm on mute, dog.
Oh man. I wanna know. So we might let's see if we're on the same page. What you got with the scrap? Hello?
But no, bro. So look how clean this price action is, man. So these your lows right here. We swept the low with this candle, right? So we reversed. Once we close above this, once we inverted this gap, we used it as support and just kept going. That's, bruh. Nah, I ain't gonna. I wouldn't if I was trading this. I wouldn't be. I was like, man, I'm gonna buy me some $1,000 calls. I wouldn't even be this high. I probably would have been like, all right, I'm gonna buy some. What this is 700s. I would have been out 500 points ago. But 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 it's just looking at the price action from a monthly perspective. This is beautiful price action, man. Because because look, you got your consolidation right here. You got your manipulation. You got your reversal. You sweep your liquidity. Man, that's beautiful price action, dog. Manipulate higher, sell off, sweep the lows, reverse, and never come back. Boy, been going to the store to get milk for years. He ain't coming back. And this the monthly chart. We'll go to the weekly. Yeah, dog. What we said? What we said? What was the number? 9? The 1,000.
1,000, yeah.
Yeah, we could get that, bro. We could get a nice little
We
pullback
need
here
to
and
get
there.
in. You see, that's a reversal right there on that weekly. That's a 2-2-2 reversal. 2-2-1. 2-2-1 reversal.
It's an inside candle.
No, it ain't. It ain't a 3.
It's a 2.
It's a 2.
Yeah, that's a 2 down.
2 down. Yeah, 2-2-2.
Hey, bro, let me tell y'all something, dog.
2-2 reversal to the downside. We get us a 3. You hear me? For the indecision. All right. Yeah,
Y'all been having secret meetings?
man. I
So,
ain't gonna lie
bro,
to y'all,
so
bro. I'm
nigga,
gonna be
We have
honest.
strat meetings on Monday.
the strat. I started learning the strat like in 2020. What year that was? Winston, 22,
I think
21,
I was 22. Because you
and
retired in
I
23.
couldn't. I was like, this
How
is
many
trash.
years you been retired, bro?
This is trash.
You hear me?
Huh?
How many years you been retired?
About to be 2.
About to be 2 years.
About to be 2 in
So
October.
you went scratch, and then you got up out of that,
That was before I retired.
and you
That was
went
before I
into the
retired.
I. That was
The
before ICT though, right?
Yeah, that's when I retired.
Yeah.
ICT retired me.
the
Yeah,
strat works. The strat works best on QQQ.
motherfucker.
All right, bro. So is any other stocks that y'all want me to look at
I got it muted.
before we check out the futures right quick? So we looked at Netflix. Netflix still didn't give us an entry yet. Um,
I think it's
Netflix.
coming, dog. We got to be careful with this one.
Okay.
I mean, go to your daily. I wonder if
Mm.
it's not. I wonder if it's not going to
Mm.
hit the top of the field, bro.
Mm.
Hmm?
Mm. 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 Hello, somebody. Mm. Mm. Mm.
Any hearts in the house tonight?
That's it. Boy, dog, look at this. You got you got a gap up here. You inverted the gap. Oh my goodness.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta before we know it, this bitch might be down there, bro.
Netflix. Hey, bro.
Yeah,
Hey,
going down. The weekly already printed a reversal count for real.
hey, bro. Guess your debt be traded into you hold up. Let me squeeze this chart a little bit and see. Mm, yeah.
I hate to be
See,
early, man,
nigga said I don't get to the party when the DJ setting up.
but I hate to miss this one. We wake up in this bitch down there, and
From a
then
daily perspective,
Earnings.
You got these equal lows down here, 1100. That could be a price target. Then you got all this stuff to clean up down here. Yeah, it could come down there, bro. But it's gonna be earnings though, bro. I think earnings gonna make it sell off. Because I mean, unless the market just sell off. But that's just me. Because I still believe the market is still um under bullish order flow.
Go
So
go back to your weekly.
there's no wick above this candle.
Mhm. 'Cause even with that, that bitch trade lower. Trading lower on the weekly is what? What number you at? What's the bottom of that red candle? That wick.
1180.
You already into your fucking shit. But fuck, that's still like $200 to get to 1,000, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still a good move. But
Mm-hmm.
so if you're so yeah, you got your gap, you got your inversion, you got your gap here. Treat it back to it. What this was Thursday. I mean, this might have been an entry right here. I ain't gonna hold you. This might have been it. Shamoing moing. That might have
Hey,
been it.
watch this bitch, dog.
Gotta watch it, dog. So,
'Cause that's the gap that took out the high, right?
yeah, right here. Well,
Swept the
So,
high.
so yeah, but look, so if you look at it from, well, yeah, that's it. That's it. Then you got consolidation. Then you manipulate higher, reverse. Yeah, it could be coming down, dog. London Bridge can be falling down soon.
All right.
You gotta watch this one because I don't really have no. I mean, I don't really have no entry for this one outside of this gap right here. That could have been entry, but I really wasn't paying attention to Netflix last week outside of what we talked about Sunday. But this probably was the entry right here. Trading his inversion at 1230. Might have been your entry, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, any other stocks that y'all want to glance at? I don't want to hold y'all all day. I know y'all got plans. I know people waiting on y'all. Ha 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 ha. Um,
Hey, we're hungry. Can you pull the
yeah,
grill out? Can you pull the
yeah,
grill?
yeah.
Oh, you barbecuing?
I already seasoned the chicken. All you gotta do is put it on the grill.
Maul cut his hair off.
It's
I
Not
1,000.
got
this
my
year,
pack,
bro.
got my pack of socks and drawers already.
Come on,
I,
man. You got
I
black
ain't
socks?
barbecuing this year, dog.
I got work socks, some
That's all.
Wranglers.
That's yeah. Yeah. Keep you out the house. Hey man. So any other stocks y'all want to look at before we glance at the futures right quick?
Nah,
I
this
don't, I don't want to hold y'all all day, man. All right.
I'm good, thank you.
All right. Let me pull up the NASDAQ right quick. All right, y'all. Let's what's a high time frame? This the yearly. I don't know why I was looking at the yearly. Anywho, all right, this the monthly. Same rules apply, but even on the monthly, what we was talking about on Tesla and Nvidia and all those other stocks, I'm expecting us to pull back. I'm expecting us to pull back. Um, I'm assuming that this is going to be a monthly gap, just like it is on, just like it's going to be on SPY and those other stocks that we looked at. But from a monthly perspective, the order flow is still bullish, and this is why I say that. I'm not even gonna mark this chart up a lot because I'm about to turn over my contracts. But I'm just gonna do it for the sake of the Zoom. It's a monthly gap. We inverted it. I would love for us to come back down here and test this gap, this monthly gap, and use it as support to go higher. But I'm not into predicting what the market gonna do. But I still believe, like I said earlier, bullish order flow. From a monthly perspective, being that we still got 2 weeks left in this month to trade. Let me go down to the weekly. So on the weekly, this is what I like to call a reversal candle. So from a weekly perspective, we could probably trade back to this order block again and probably dig into it a little deeper and find support in this down close candle. Or market could be like, all right, we better come clean this up. We better come touch this top of this monthly gap to continue higher going into July, right? That'll be perfect for me personally. But just with the information that I got in front of me, we could see, like I said earlier, a retracement, man. We could see a retracement to the downside. Not much, but a retracement into maybe a weekly or daily. I don't know. We got some on the daily. Let me make sure on the NASDAQ. Outside of this gap down here. So all we got is sell side liquidity beneath us. These lows and this low down here, which is right above the monthly gap. So this is what I'm expecting going into the week. A pullback, sweep some liquidity, and then reverse or kind of like just play ping pong, because being that it's a third week, this is about to be the third trading week of the month. Then we had news last week about war and all that other stuff, and then Ben mentioned rate cuts and stuff coming up too. So just got to be mindful of the news and pay attention to what's going on outside of the market. That with news that could affect the market, So, but like I said, order flow still bullish. So at the higher time frame, order flow is bullish, like weekly, monthly. You're looking for smaller time frame bearishness to get long, right? So you're looking for the daily and the 4 hour and the 1 hour to be bearish to find you a setup to take to the upside. That's all. But this will be perfect for me for trading futures. Futures wise, this would be perfect. This us coming back to test this area of this pool of liquidity down here, especially beneath this low. This low is right above the inversion. So we could sweep this, bounce here, and take off in a perfect world. Outside of that, man, same rules apply. I mean, that's pretty much it. Damn, look at that. Beautiful. That's pretty much it. Y'all gotta go fire up the grill and take care of the fam, bro. But that's all I got for y'all, man. That's all I got, man.
I'm marking my new chart later, Mike. You ain't waiting till the middle of the week, huh?
No, I'm gonna probably roll mine over tonight, man, and mark it up tonight once my children go to sleep.
I'm gonna try to throw this one up.
But that's it, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday, man. If y'all gonna be on the grill, stay hydrated. It's gonna be hot out there.
Yes, sir.
All right, fellas.
Y'all be good, bro.
Enjoy y'all day, man.
Tashi.
Y'all day, fellas. Be good, man.
Send that pic, Mom.